Show starts in 5 minutes.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves.
Here's a new taste treat. The corn dog. Plump, juicy wieners are dipped in a thick, golden Southern-style corn batter that seals in all their freshness and flavor. If you like hot dogs, you'll love corn dogs. Everybody does. Try a corn dog with your favorite beverage. At the refreshment corner now. Corn dogs.
It's 4 minutes till showtime.
Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. We promise to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go!
It's 3 minutes till showtime.
Men, there's a drive-in movie full of juicy people. Wow! It's a trap! Help! It's Pick! We've had it, men.
A pleasant aroma for you, but not for mosquitoes. Pick is easy to use. Light it and forget it. Pick's aroma keeps mosquitoes, gnats, and sandflies away. Pick is the best protection for barbecues, fishing and camping trips, or just relaxing in the yard.
So if you don't want our company ever anywhere, just light Pick and see what I mean? Bye!
Pick is on sale at the refreshment stand now. Show starts in 2 minutes.
Today we're interviewing a stomach.
Hello there.
What is life like as a stomach?
Oh, boy, it was humdrum. I mean, until what's-his-name discovered Tony's Pizza.
Tony's Pizza?
Yeah, I was suffering from the pizza cravings until Tony's came along. Crispy crust and zesty sauces. Wow.
And so now... What's that?
Another pizza craving. Just thinking about Tony sets it off.
Oh, where are you going?
He's going to get a Tony's Pizza, and I follow him anywhere.
Does your stomach send you pizza craving signals? Oh, wow. Tony's, the Pizza Cravers Pizza.
There are words men live by, words of strength, of wisdom, and of peace. We urge you to find the spiritual comfort and guidance we all so greatly need by attending your place of worship regularly.
Show starts in 1 minute.
Yum, yum. It's a meal in itself. Our all-meat super dog. Enjoy one now.
And now, on with the show.
Hello and welcome to the movie quiz. I am your host, Chris Mann Nelson, and in just a couple minutes, you and I will be embarking together on a 50-point trivia odyssey through film trivia, puzzles, all kinds of other nonsense that came out of my brain this week. Tonight's game is Earth Day themed because Earth Day is coming up this weekend. And so you'll see what that means. It's mostly directly related to Earth. There's one or two kind of tangential, sort of tangentially inspired rounds. But this game is completely interactive. If you've never played before, all you got to do to join the game is head to this scrolling website right here, play.themoviequiz.com. Head there, enter your team name, hit join the game, and you will do that. You will be in the game with everybody else who's in the standings right now. We got a bunch of regulars as we head down to the we're down to the wire here for season 10, and I want to I'm here by myself tonight. It's just me. I came back from vacation last week and could not for the life of me get any of my regulars on the show tonight. So it's just you and me. So I want to take this opportunity to really sell that we're coming up on our 100th game. There's 3 more games counting tonight. Next week is the last regular season game. Then we got the season finale on May 3rd. And that one will be tonight's live. Also, this is I've been taped for a lot of this season, but tonight is live. I am talking to you right now. And so will the finale on May 3rd. It will be the 100th game, the 100th TMQ game, counting all the live streams, the in-person games at Caveat. Everything culminates here with the 100th game. I'm going to have some very special guests back for that game. And it's going to be an absolute blast. But tonight is Earth Day. You've got Earth Day tonight, and you've got New York and LA. New York and LA will be your theme next week. So let me know if you want to use your double points game. If you haven't used it, I think most people have at this point, but I'm starting the timer on that one now. Yes, we are absolutely live. Not all the answers tonight are Earth. A lot of the questions are Earth, and yes, even the first few games that were broadcast, I think they were from Zoom to Twitch. But yeah, those were wild. We've come a long way in 2.5 years of broadcasting this show. And is it Shrek? I don't know. It might be Shrek. It might be Shrek plus a whole bunch of other previous fun guests. All right, so let's see. Looks like nobody's using their double points game tonight. Nobody is doubling down. I do though. I have a prediction about tonight's game. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's folded up in this little index card. I have a prediction about tonight's game. I'm curious to see if it comes true. All right, so let's do it, gang. Let's jump into which in-game mode do you want? Do you want the spin or do you want the color? Let's do spin. It's been a while since we've done the spin. Let's put it into in-game mode here. We're gonna do this. Get it started. A couple quick ground rules. Don't cheat. Cheating sucks. It's dumb. It's lame. Number 2, don't put answers in the chat if you're watching on the live stream. If you're watching this game later, at your own leisure, don't do whatever the hell you want. 3, spelling doesn't count unless noted. 4, last names are fine. 5, you can change your answer. If you type something and you're like, oh shit, it was something else, you can hit submit again. But number 6, most importantly, you gotta hit submit. Hit submit. Otherwise, your answer will not get to me, even for multiple choice. I'm doing a lot of multiple choice in round 1 tonight. So make your selection, hit submit, and you will send it my way. Sorry, I'm still stuffy. It's the spring allergies are absolutely killing me. Let me know in the chat if spring allergies are getting you down, because they're kicking my ass. All right, so let's jump into our first round of the night for Earth Day, which is Green Pieces. It's called Green Pieces, Movies with an Environmental Message. Movies with an environmental message is your first question. All right. When a sudden ice age hits New York City, Jake Gyllenhaal and others take refuge in what landmark in 2004's climate change disaster flick The Day After Tomorrow? Is it the New York Public Library, the Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty, or Radio City Music Hall? Where do they hide out from the ridiculously quick Ice Age? I get that it's a parable but the Ice Age is preposterously fast. I saw this movie in the theater. It was I like this movie. I actually am pretty fond of it. Oh, there we go. Sorry. It's trickier. It's trickier doing both of these things live. All right. So your answer here is the New York Public Library. They hide out in the New York Public Library. 87%. You also all remember this movie fondly, I guess, because you almost all got it right. All right. Question number 2. Which actor delivered a live action performance in WALL-E as Shelby Forthright, the CEO of By and Large, the megacorp that dooms the planet to become a giant trash heap? Is it Eugene Levy, Catherine Hara, Paul Rubens, or Fred Willard? Which one of them shows up in WALL-E in a live action role? WALL-E's come up a couple times this season. Getting WALL-E'd. Answers coming in looking pretty solid. All right. Yes, allergy hive rise up. We can't rise up too high because that's where all the goddamn pollen is. All right. The answer here, it is the late Fred Willard. Fred Willard is 100%. Everybody got Fred Willard. Amazing. Nicely job. Wow. Okay. I shouldn't be alone. I should not be alone. This is why I have friends as like spotters. It's like keeping someone awake when they have a concussion. I'm going to get stupid by myself. All right. Question number 3. Al Gore's 2006 climate change warning and Inconvenient Truth took home 2 Oscars, one for best documentary feature and the other in which category? Was it cinematography, original song, editing, or art direction? What was the second Oscar that movie won? Then they made a sequel too, an Inconvenient sequel. All right. Your answer here, it's kind of surprising. And it was tricky. This was tricky. The answer breakdown kind of bears this out. You wouldn't normally think of a documentary as one to win this award, but it's best original song. Best original song, Melissa Etheridge right there. She won the Oscar for, it's called I Need to Wake Up, I think is the name of the song. But yeah, best original documentary and best original song. Interesting pairing there. All right, question number 4. He is the Lorax and he speaks for the trees. But what actor speaks for the Lorax, providing the character's voice in the 2012 feature adaptation? Is it Jim Carrey, Steve Carell, Danny DeVito, or Benedict Cumberbatch? All of these guys have been in animated Dr. Seuss adaptations, but which one? Who's who? Who's who? Right? You know, like the Who's. Oh, I didn't start the timer on that. I'm running this game twice at the same time. Running it on screen and on your answer sheets there. All right, nice. Most teams got this right. It is it's Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito he's the Lorax. He's a tiny little character, tiny little man. It adds up. All right, question number 5. What is the rare mineral? This one is short answer. Your first short answer here. I'm going mostly multiple choice in round one tonight. What's the rare mineral that the greedy human corporation tears idyllic planet Pandora apart to mine in the original Avatar? In Avatar 1. I don't know if they do this. They're all gone in Avatar 2, right? I have not seen Avatar 2 yet because it's not streaming for free yet. We're not nothing's free, but on a service that I've already paid for. All right. Here we go. Your answer here is it is called unobtainium. Unobtainium is the answer here, which is correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I think unobtainium is like a real term that is used for something that's like hard to find, and then Cameron made it like text. The sky people are still, they're kind of still there. Okay. I am not gonna buy Avatar 2 sight unseen. I'm not a big Avatar guy. Certainly not enough to buy the Blu-ray sight unseen. All right, question number 6. Piggybacking off that Avatar question, Avatar's colonizer falls for a native and adopts conservationism plot drew comparisons to numerous previous films. Like what 1992 animated environmental film starring Robin Williams? What is the name of that film? Yeah, it's got to be on Disney Plus eventually because Disney owns 20th Century Fox and everything else. So it should be. Avatar 1 is on there. This one is also short answer. Got to type it in. All right. So the answer here, it's really similar. It's a truly a very similar film. In that there's a guy who's like cutting down a forest. He works cutting down a rainforest, and he becomes a pixie because there's pixies living in the forest. It's called Fern Gully. Fern Gully, the Last Rainforest, with Robin Williams as Batty Coda. He's like doing his animated shtick as Batty Coda. And then they made like 15 direct-to-video Fern Gully sequels. All right, your next question number 7. A young girl attempts to rescue her friend, a fantastical super version of what animal, from being slaughtered by a greedy corporation in Bong Joon-ho's Okja. Is Okja a super pig, a super cow, a super chicken, or a super goat? What kind of super animal is Okja? I watched some of this movie when I wrote this question because I wanted to make sure that I was getting it right. And I was surprised. It's like, I thought it was a kid's movie, but there's F-bombs left and right, and it's pretty wild. I was not expecting such a grown-up movie from Okja, but it was, I mean, it's Bong Joon-ho, so it's solid. All right. Okja is, though it doesn't really look like one at all. It's a super pig. Look at that thing. It's not very pigly. It's like an elephant hippo thing with like very long beagle ears. Not very piggy at all, but they do multiple times refer to it as a super pig. 69% of teams got it here on game night. And your final question of round number 1. In M. Night Shyamalan's notorious film, The Happening, nature fights back against humans by making people kill themselves, including all of the following bizarre methods, except which one? So all of these are real, except for one that I made up. Which is the one that I made up? A man lies down in the path of a lawnmower. A zookeeper walks into a lion enclosure. A subway conductor bites the third rail. And John Leguizamo stabs himself with windshield shards. John Leguizamo's character, I mean by that, not John Leguizamo himself. Although that would be pretty cool, like a being John Malkovich, being John Leguizamo. Reboot, sequel, soft reboot. Let me know in the chat what you think about yes, it does look like a hippo. It's got a very hippo face. And yeah, we've got a super pig, spider pig, so many pigs. Yeah, it looks like a manatee. They call it a super pig though. It's in there. It's text. It is text in Okja. All right, so the one that I made up, all of these happen except for a subway conductor does not bite the third rail. That does not happen. That's fake. That's fake. Everything else happens. A man lies down in a lawnmower, and the zookeeper scene is insane because the guy's just like dazed. The movie is utterly bizarre. You have to check it out. It's good schlock. It's like an alien made a film approximating human culture, because like nobody's on, like the timing is strange. Nobody delivers their lines in a way that makes any sense. All right, so that's it for round number 1. Let's see what we've got. We've got Lydia Tarr with 3, Ice Cream Professionals with 3, Ringwoodians with 3, Putin on the Fritz and Trivia Rocks with 4, Stallone and Avis and Bobo with 5, Putting on the Wits with 6, We Own the City, Marley's Chains, Producers, Triangle of Madness, Oslo, all tied in third with 7, and starting off the game with perfect scores, Sterling Cooper and How Am I Going to Be an Optimist? And that brings us to our second round of the night, our picture round. This one is called Top of the World. This is going to be another one of these all at once picture rounds. So order will count. You got to make sure that you put them all in the right order. And name, what you're going to do is you're going to name the top billed actor in each Earth movie. I'm going to show you 8 the posters for 8 movies that have Earth in the title. And you're going to tell me who the top billed actor in that movie is. Not just somebody who is in it, but who had their name maybe above the title. Maybe it was an ensemble piece and they were listed first. But who is the top billed actor? All right. I am also going to put this visual round here. I'm setting the link. If you click, it's over. Where is it in real? It's like down there. If you're playing the game, click here for visual round. If you want to zoom in closer, the faces have been blurred out. I've done some using that Photoshop license, and so I will reveal them. Tell me the top billed actor. All right, so here we go. Opening this up here, you've got, so put them in the right order, 1 through 8. Name the top billed actor. I will give you 4 minutes starting now. All right, that's gonna tick down. Some of these you might be surprised. Some of these you might be surprised at who is actually top billed in it. Let's see. What can I do? Because now I've got this. I've got 4 minutes here to just hang out. Let's see if I've got let's see what music I've got. I'm gonna see what this is all. This is either music that I've made or that's like license free from StreamYard. Let's see. Oh yeah. This is music. I'll just let this play. This is good. Oh, there's also, you know what? I'll come back to this, but you know what there is too? There's all the backwards. I still have all these backwards John Williams songs to fuck with your head while you're trying to think. That's backwards Jurassic Park, of course. Backwards Superman. Pretty nice. Pretty cool. All right, I'm going to put this one on. I'm going to put this one back on. This ambient song. This is I made this music, so it's completely royalty free. Unless you want to, I got to pay myself, I guess. All right, make sure you're coming up roughly the halfway mark here, just about 2 minutes. Make sure that you put them in the right order. Also, weekly reminder with the all-at-once picture round. While you're working on it, don't accidentally miss out. Don't accidentally lose out while you're working. Hit submit while you do a work in progress. Hit submit, send it to me. That way, if you got like 5 of them and you're still working on 3, you're not gonna screw yourself. It has happened. It happened to some teams this season. It's very easy to take your eye off the ball when you're trying to work. You just hit submit early and then submit again. Add the ones that you worked on, and there's no penalty for incorrect answers. So take a guess, take a swing, and let me know what you think of this little groove. All right, 30 seconds. 30 seconds left. All right, couple seconds left. Time is ticking down. All right, time is just about run out for this, and look at that. That music timed out perfectly to it too. It was like kismet. All right, let me just look over these real quick, make sure that everybody's getting their points. Looks like most people did pretty well, did pretty solidly with these. There's fewer movies that have the word Earth in it than you'd think, is what I found writing this round. Yeah, 5 was definitely a tough one. 6 was a pretty tricky one as to who was the top build. And all right, looks good. I'm gonna lock these in and reveal them for you. I'm also gonna reveal the faces over here on the live stream. So here we go. The correct answers here. You've got Battlefield Earth. That's John Travolta. 81% of teams got that. The remake of The Day the Earth Stood Still. It's Keanu. The original Man Who Fell to Earth, starring David Bowie. Then you've got the first of the 2000s. A lot of teams put Dwayne Johnson. He was in the second one. He was Journey to the Mysterious Island. But it's Oscar winner Brendan Fraser over there. 5 was a tough one, probably the toughest one, I think. That's Vincent Price in The Last Man on Earth, which is the predecessor. It's actually the same story as Omega Man and also I Am Legend, a movie that is probably coming up later in this game. Interestingly enough, I didn't even realize that connection until just now. 6 is Earth Girls Are Easy. So it was kind of a toss-up between Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis, but it's actually Gina Davis. Gina Davis had top billing in that movie. 7 is Chuck Heston in the 70s disaster flick Earthquake. And Down to Earth is a remake of Heaven Can Wait from like 2002-ish, starring Chris Rock. All right, so that brings us to our lightning round. Lightning round is a quick way to get yourself 4 points. I'm going to ask you a question that has 4 answers. You don't have to answer all of them to get them right. Order also does not count for this one. Order does not count for tonight's lightning round. All right, so we've talked about it's Earth Day is the theme, and so I'm gonna talk now about Middle Earth. Our next round is our lightning round is about Middle Earth. So this one actually has 5 answers. You just have to get 4. Name 4 of the 5 Middle Earth races that make up the members of the Fellowship of the Ring. So I'm not looking for names of the members of the Fellowship of the Ring, but what fantastical races, Tolkien Middle Earth races, do these 9 companions? What races do they belong to? Of the Middle Earth, different people. All right, so I'll give you a few seconds to come up with that. You just got to name 4 out of the 5, and that will I'll get you the point. All right. Oh, wait, hang on. What is I didn't blur Gina Davis in 6. I didn't blur where, or I thought I blurred her face. Whoops, but it was her. All right, I'm gonna start the 15-second timer. Starting it now. All right. This one's gonna be behind the live if you're watching it live. All right, let me just all right, time is up. Let me just make a couple do a couple of quick regrades for these. All looks good. All right, let's open it up. There they are. There's the 9 of them in their heavily composited digital shot there. There's an elf, a human. You got humans, hobbits, and you got 2 humans, 4 hobbits, and 1 elf, 1 dwarf, and 1 wizard. Legolas, Gimli, and Gandalf, respectively. Those are your 4. Everybody did really well, as I expected. I figured people would do pretty well with this one. Let's take a look at our scores here. At roughly the halfway point of the game, we got Kathleen Turner Overdrive with 4, Lydia Tarr and Trivia Rocks and Ice Cream Professionals with 7, Stallone and Ringwoodians with 10, Triangle of Madness with 12, Avis and Bobo with 13, Putin on the Fritz with 15, Putting on the Wits with 16. Also, We Own the City and How Am I Going to Be an Optimist and the producers all with 16. Sterling Cooper with 17, Oslo Condition with 18, and right in first place by 1 point with 19, it's Marley's Chains. All right, so that's going to bring us to our puzzle round. This one is the one that's like the most tangential to Earth. It's all about recycling. It's specifically about recycled titles. All right, so this is an alternate titles puzzle, which is one of the formats that I go to. It's one of my go-to formats for puzzle rounds, where I'm going to give you the name of a movie, but I'm going to describe it in sort of with synonyms or in kind of a roundabout or a way or a pun. But specifically with this, we're talking about franchises that have used the exact same title more than once, or really similar titles in the same continuity. No reboots, no remakes, movies that have series that have reused it. So like, here's an example. If I gave you the clue, Harakiri Team, so I'm describing the name of a movie in a roundabout way. You got to kind of decode it, from 2016, and its sequel, The Harakiri Team, from 2021. That would be Harakiri it's a form of suicide, and a team is a squad, right? So we've got Suicide Squad and its sequel, The Suicide Squad. So you could name, if there's a slight variation in the names of the movies, a lot of these are going to be the exact same title. Some of them are going to be like barely different. If they're barely different, name just one. That's fine, as long as you know what I know what you're talking about here. All right, so here we go with our first one. Our first question: holiday with origins in the Feast of Samhain. And the movies, there are 2 movies with the exact same title from 1978 and 2018. Holiday with origins in the Feast of Samhain. So I'm describing it's gonna, I think it's gonna be one of those ones that's like hard until you get the rhythm of it, and then you'll kind of understand what's going on. All right. I'll give you some extra time on this first one to kind of figure it out first. All right. Starting the timer. So you just have to name one movie. You're naming one title, but two movies. All right. So let's see. So what movies that came out? They came out exactly 40 years apart. They're in the same continuity and they have the exact same title. I'm looking for Halloween 1978 and 2018. All right. So the one in hopefully this makes some sense. We got Halloween was the movie from 1978. They have a sequel to it from 5 years ago that had the exact same title. The rest of these are going to be the same thing, either the exact same title or like they added the or an S to it. All right, here is your next one. Reaction that I, you, and we all have when presented with ice cream. Two movies with the exact same title from 1996 and 2022. Reaction that I, you, and we all have when presented with ice cream, 1996 and 2022. Much better percentages coming in here. I think maybe we had just a little bit of a learning curve on that first one. All right, time's up. Let's see what we've got here. When we I scream, you scream, we all scream for Scream 1 and Scream 5, which are both called Scream. They're both called Scream. 81%. Nicely done. Now you're getting the hang of it. I hope. I think you understand. All right. Your next one, Long Vertical Hole from 1971, 2000, and 2019. Long Vertical Hole from there's three of these, all with the exact same name: 1971, 2000, and 2019. Three of these, the exact same title. It's crazy. Three movies with the exact same title. And if you've been watching the show this season, this has actually come up. This has come up before. All right. Time is just about up here. A Long Vertical Hole could also be hey, shut your mouth. I'm talking about Shaft, Shaft, and Shaft. There's three Shafts. They're all called Shaft. They're from those 3 years. A Long Vertical Hole is a Shaft. I thought that one would be easy because there's three of them, but that was tough. That was a tougher one. All right. Question number 4. Nondescript Object. Nondescript Object from 1982 and 2011. These two films, one title. No variation in this title. They're in this. All of these they're all in the same continuity. These movies. It's honestly, it's kind of a pet peeve of mine. These soft reboots, semi reboot sequels. That just use the same name. It's bizarre. If it's a remake or a full reboot, I get it. But just like, you know what? We're gonna call this Halloween. I don't understand the point of that. All right, a lot of teams did really well on this one. A Nondescript Object. John Carpenter's The Thing and the prequel to it, which is also called The Thing. It's dumb. And The Thing was really the Thing 2 was they shot the whole thing with practical effects like John Carpenter did, and then the studio chickened out and they laid it all over with bad CGI because the CGI artists didn't have a lot of time to do it because it was an impulse move. All right, question number 5. This is our first one with like a slight variation here. Your first movie is The Roadrunner and the Hulk, 2001. And your second one is Roadrunner and Hulk. We've got The Roadrunner and the Hulk, and Roadrunner from 2001 and Roadrunner and Hulk from 2011. So real close, these titles. The difference between the two real movies is just dropping the in it. So like when the clue tells you what the difference between the two titles is for the ones that have slight variation. All right, time is up. And hopefully you figured out that the Roadrunner is fast and the Hulk is furious. It's the Fast and the Furious and it's fourquel for the fourth movie, Fast and Furious. All nearly identical titles. 50% of teams got that one right. 3 more of these left. This one we've got a three movie sandwich here, each barely different, all of them in the same continuity. Target for Chris Hansen is your clue, your alternate title for the first film from 1987. Its sequel, Targets for Chris Hansen from 2010, and its further sequel, The Target for Chris Hansen from 2018. 3 movies with just barely different titles, all in the same continuity, all in the same series. We're getting interesting feedback here for these. Yes, my mind does work. My mind makes no sense. All of these things are perfectly logical inside my brain, and I try. The trick, the hardest part of writing the show is finding ways to let you in, to let you in a way that will I try to think how a normal human being would think and like help you figure this out in a way. I feel a lot of teams got this right though. So hopefully these clues led you in the right to the right place. Chris Hansen, famously hosted for years the show To Catch a Predator. So your first movie is Predator. So if you typed Predator, Predators, or The Predator, you got it right. There's 3 movies in the series, and they all have almost exactly the same title. Let's see how people did on this one. 69%. Very, very good. That's very good. All right, we got 2 more of these in this round. Number 7, another one that's just adding another one that just added a the, then barely changed the title. Place Where Your Luggage Ends Up, 2000, and The Place Where Your Luggage Ends Up from 2009. Those are your two films. They just slapped a the on. It's the fourth film in the series. All right. All right, so time is up. The trick here, a lot of teams put carousel because it does it's hang on one second. Okay, So this one is a lot of people put carousel, but and your luggage does end up on a carousel, but it also it maybe if you have some connecting flights, it ends up at your final destination at it's your final destination or the final destination. And here comes your final question of the round. It's the dumbest one. I saved the dumbest one for last. And I put them also in reverse, their reverse chronological order. It's the University of Michigan mascot, and also 10 Gents Beginnings, University of Michigan mascot. It from 2009. So, and you'll understand if that makes no sense to you, that second part, you'll understand once I'm just directly translating what the title is into different synonyms for it. All right. Got a lot of fast answers coming in correct. So I think let's start the timer. All right. Time is just about up there. So the University of Michigan mascot, this is another series where there's two that are nearly identical. That mascot they are the Wolverines. So we're talking about the Wolverine, which was the sequel to X-Men Origins Wolverine. Very, very strange and then Logan was the next one. All right. So let's look at your scores and standings here. As we enter the double points. Before I do this, I have to, this is from my wife. This is from my wife. Yeah. 10 Gents. It's Roman numerals. You know, I'm obsessed with Roman numerals. Come on. You gotta know, you gotta 10X. All right. Yeah. You know what? I didn't think this was going to come up tonight because I thought that was all doable, but hey, fuck it. Here it is. It's for everyone who hated that round. There it is. For my wife of almost 9 years, I am canceled. All right. We've got Trivia Rocks and Ice Cream Professionals with 11, Stallone with 13, Triangle Menace and the Ringwoodians with 15, Avis and Bobo with 19, Putin on the Fritz with 20, We Own the City and Producers with 21, Putting on the Wits and Sterling Cooper with 22, How Am I Going to Be an Optimist with 23, Oslo Condition in second with 25, and Marley's Chains with 26. Before we go into the double points round, I felt so good about that round that here I'm going to reveal what was on this card. I really thought, this is how stupid my brain is. I thought all this shit that I've done tonight has been easy, and I thought we were going to have our first ever perfect game. I thought somebody was going to finally pull out the 50. This is game 98. We've had 49s, 48s, never a 50. I thought it was going to be tonight, but no, because other people have normal brains. That's what it boils down to. All right. But that brings us to our double points round here tonight. And this one's going to work a little differently than I normally do double points rounds. There's still 16 points in the round, but it's going to function more like a picture round, 2 picture rounds that are both related. So this one's called Welcome to Earth. It's all about the threats that are in Will Smith movies. So Will Smith is constantly saving the world, or he is adjacent to some world-ending calamity. So I am going to show you, kind of like in the other picture round, I'm going to show you 8 movie posters, and I'm also going to give you a bank of global threats, and you got to match the global threat to the Will Smith movie. And then we're going to do a second round of that where you're going to say how the world was saved. All right. So there's going to be part 1 and there's going to be part 2 for this. Okay. So here we go. I'll give you, I'll you know what? I don't know how long to give you for these. I'll give you like 3 or 4 minutes. Here is part 1, match the global threat, put them in order. So Your threats here are the Enchantress, Serlina, Dark Seekers, Edgar the Bug, landmark-hating aliens, a cybernetically enhanced terrorist, Vicky, and an elf terrorist. So a couple of weird terrorists on there, on some different kind of terrorists, to be sure. And as far as I know, there's not any cybernetically enhanced terrorists yet, or elf terrorists. But I'm going to give you, let's say 3 minutes for this to match this one, since it's got an answer key. We'll do 3 minutes on the clock starting now. 3 minutes starts now. Match them. Make sure that they are in order. So if you know one of the threats, put it on the corresponding number to that film. And also, if you type things partially, that's totally fine. I'm just regrading. So I saw somebody typed Wolverine and didn't get their points. So someone typed X-Men Wolverine, that's totally cool. If you typed that and didn't get your points, you should see them now. All right, so the clock is ticking. A little over 2 minutes left on part 1 of this double points round. We're getting experimental here in game 98. Trying a different method. And again, same thing goes for like in the picture round. Hit submit on it. Hit submit early, I mean. Roughly the halfway point here, 3 minutes. And yeah, there's I Am Legend. I Am Legend is based on the Richard Matheson novel. It's short. It's only like 120 pages. It's awesome, though. I highly recommend you read I Am Legend, the book. It's been turned into a movie 3 times, each movie with a different name. One was the Vincent Price movie that was in the other round, The Last Man on Earth. 2 was The Omega Man, starring Charlton Heston. 3 was I Am Legend, which was the most faithful, even though it swapped out the location from LA for New York, but it was the most faithful in tone until it completely fumbled the entire point, like this clearly studio interference. I don't want to spoil anything, but it completely blew it with the like what the movie meant, basically, like what the actual title meant, which was bizarre to screw it up that bad. All right. I am going to time is ticking down here. I'm going to start the timer now on these. I'm just going to regrade these. I think I'm going to I'm going to try to skip over these answers as best I can. And try to jump quickly to part 2. Hang on, let me just regrade these, make sure everybody's getting their points for part 1 of this round before we jump ahead to part 2. Looks like people are doing pretty solidly. Some of these you may not have seen. That's the trick. And this one. All right, great. So I am going to do my best to just skip ahead to the next one so that it doesn't give away too much. And then I will reveal I will reveal all of them at once and reveal, although you probably saw your points by now, but maybe you didn't see which one it was. All right. So now you're going to match up how the Earth was saved. And your options are the Light of Zartha, nanobots, Secret Agent Pigeon, Galaxy on Orion's Belt, an antiviral cure, a computer virus, crushing the villain's heart, and magic wand. Those are the ways that the movies, the world was saved in these various movies. And match them up. I will give you 3 more minutes to do that, starting now. And yeah, also let me know what you think of this. Wait, they're doing an alternate ending. Whoa, they're doing an I Am Legend sequel to I'm catching up on the chat. There is a lot of typing for this one, but it's you gotta copy, and you could shorthand it. If you shorthand it, I'll know. I did not know that they were making a sequel to I Am Legend based on the alternate ending. The alternate ending was it was like slightly closer, I think, to the it was slightly closer to the sorry, I'm grading to the themes and the meaning of the book, but still not quite there. If you've read the book, let me know in the chat, because the book is, I know as was mentioned, there is a lot of typing here, so I don't expect you to also type in the chat, but if you've read the book, let me know, because it's a really great, it's a twist, kind of. It's basically a twist, but it makes a ton of sense when you get there. The book like takes you there perfectly, lands you in this spot where it's like, oh my God, this makes so much sense. And the movie just like very much sold that out. Very much sold out that idea. All right. Just about a minute left. I'll give you some extra time. All right. Looking good on the back end here, gang. All right, I'm gonna give you time is running out on the timer is about to those 3 minutes are about to expire, but I am going to give you a couple extra seconds while I grade these. A couple extra seconds to type. While I look this up, look your answers up and down. All right, I am going to start a 15-second timer now. So if you haven't submitted, send it my way. I think most teams have, though. All right, looking solid, though. Looking good. All right, yeah. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have. I'm sorry for not posting the. I meant to post the image link. I'm sorry. That was my bad. That sucks on my part. I'm sorry. I should have done that. Meant to do that. A lot of spinning plates running the show. So I beg your pardon for that. But hopefully you could read everything and see what movies these were. All right, so let me just regrade these and make sure that we're looking good as I lock these in, because some of these are typed slightly differently. All right, looking good. That's correct. Sorry. I'm just when there's like when there's different ways to type these that the grading software doesn't catch. I think everybody's got theirs. As always, I always audit the game every week after to make sure that if there's anything that I missed, that you will get your points before the standings go up. All right, so let's open these up and let's reveal all of your final answers here. I'm gonna make this one full screen here. Number 1 was Independence Day. It was landmark hating aliens who were defeated by a computer virus from the second build member of the Earth Girls Are Easy cast, Jeff Goldblum. Number 2 is Men in Black 1, where Edgar the Bug is the villain, and he's defeated by by them delivering the galaxy on Orion's belt to the Zargons, the other ones, whatever the fuck they were. Number 3 is MIB 2. Serlina was the villain, and the Light of Zartha, whatever that was happening in that movie. Number 4, another appearance from Suicide Squad. The Enchantress was the villain, and they crushed her heart. Number 5 was Vicky, who was the robot that was the robot brain that was controlling all the other robots, and Will Smith jammed a bunch of nanobots into it. Number 6 is Bright, which I think, hang on, Bright was Max Landis is super canceled, so I'm going to cancel myself for involving this Max Landis project. An elf terrorist who was defeated by a magic wand. Number 7 is Spies in Disguise. A cybernetically enhanced terrorist is defeated by Will Smith, who is a secret agent pigeon. You can actually see the pigeon there if you look closely. And number 8, I Am Legend, the Dark Seekers, who are the vampiric type things, and they were defeated by an antiviral cure that Will Smith devised. All right, so let's take a look at your scores and standings here as we head into our Blitz. We've got Ice Cream Professionals with 14, Trivia Rocks with 17, Ringwoodians with 20, Triangle of Madness with 27, Solone with 29. We got Putting on the Wits and Producers with 31, Putting on the Fritz with 33, Sterling Cooper and Avis and Bobo with 35. We Own the City with 37. How Am I Going to Be an Optimist with 39, Oslo with 41, and Marley with 42. Still really close. Really close game right up at the top. And that brings us to post-credits Blitz. It could shake things up. We don't know. So I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Each one is worth upwards of 2 points. There's 2 correct answers for each question, and each one is worth 1 point. But there's also a decoy answer, and if you pick that one, you get 0. You'll wipe out. So if you know one and you don't want to risk it, hit that one, hit submit, bank your 1 point, and move on. All right. So some of these are gonna. Oh, I just kicked over my light behind me. Who cares? So wait, hang on. I gotta check the chat. What's going on? Something is blowing someone's mind in the chat here. Wait. Okay. I'm gonna check this. Meredith is saying Spies in Disguise was originally called Pigeon Impossible. And then it's just Spies in Disguise. Pigeon Impossible is honestly a pretty solid title, and they should have gone with it. I kind of like Spies in Disguise. We enjoy these. We enjoyed that movie for movie night. All right, so most of these are gonna harken back in some way to previous rounds, but not this first one necessarily, and you will see why. All right, question number 1. What pair of Oscar-winning English actors have served as the narrator for Epcot Center's iconic ride, Spaceship Earth? It's Earth Day. Here's an Earth question. Your options are Anthony Hopkins, Judi Dench, and Jeremy Irons. All right. These are going to come at you fast and furious, or Roadrunner and Hulk. Boo. Everyone's still mad. Everyone's still mad about that round. Maybe rightfully so. I don't know. I think it was fine. But I'm sick in the head, as we've established. Something's wrong with me. All right, my friends. If you've been paying attention to this season, you should have gotten at least one of these, because one of them is Judi Dench, and the other is Jeremy Irons. Jeremy Irons was the voice. Judi Dench has been the voice of Spaceship Earth for like since like 2008, and my man Irons here was Ironsides. There was he voiced it from like 94 to 98. He was good. That was like my first time going was Jeremy Irons. So like I have that voice in my head. There's a part in, because it's about the history of communication, where he pronounces the Renaissance as the Renaissance, and I still hear that in my head on a regular basis. All right, question number 2 in your blitz: which 2 Middle Earth realms are ruled by humans in the Lord of the Rings trilogy? Which of these 2 are human realms? You got Rohan, Erebor, and Gondor. Rohan, Erebor, and Gondor are your options. 2 of those are human. One of them is not. Because one of them is the Dwarf Kingdom, where the king under the mountain, Thrain, and then Thorin. It's under the Lonely Mountain. That is Erebor. Erebor is the one that is not human. You got Gondor and you got Rohan. Those are your options. And the reason this question is in tonight's game is because Rohan is pronounced Rowan in my family, but it's a family name, and it is my mom's birthday. That is my mom's name, and it is my mom's birthday today. So happy birthday, Mom. I hope you're enjoying. Thank you for watching 98 of these stupid shows and playing along. It's also pretty exciting that you have the same birthday as Ryan. It's pretty incredible, that coincidence. All right, and here comes your final question of the night. We talked about Will Smith. We talked about movies with Earth in the title. This one is a crossover. Jaden Smith got top billing over his dad, Will, in 2013's After Earth, having previously cameoed or co-starred as a child with his dad, in what 2 movies? Your options are The Pursuit of Happiness, Men in Black 2, and Independence Day. Pick the 2 of these that had Jaden Smith in some capacity. Yes, I write trivia questions just as ways to wish happy birthday to my beloved family members. Hope you're having a great birthday, Mom. All right, gang. Here's your last one of the night. Let's see how people did. I feel like this one. Okay, so this one, a couple people picked the wrong answer. He was in Pursuit of Happiness. He was like kind of he's like the second lead in that as like an 8-year-old or whatever he was. But when Independence Day came out in 1996, Jaden Smith was not born yet. He was like a 4-year. He was born in like 98, Jaden Smith. And he was like a 4-year-old who shows up for a couple seconds in MIB 2. So your answers are The Pursuit of Happiness and Men in Black 2. All right. So that brings us to the end of the game. That is it. So let's see how everybody did. Let's check your final scores and standings. We've got Ice Cream Professionals with 14, Trivia Rocks with 18, Ringwoodians 23, Triangle Madness 29, Putting on the Wits with 31, Stallone with 33, Putin on the Fritz and the producers with 35. We Own This City, Sterling Cooper and Avis and Bobo in a 3-way tie with 41. In third place with 43, we got Oslo. We got How Am I Going to Be an Optimist just ahead of them in second with 42, and holding it down for the win with 47 points. We did not get the perfect game tonight. They only got 3 wrong though. We'll see. I'll do the audit, but we still have not had a perfect game. We got two more shots before the 100th game to see if that can happen. It has still has not happened. Maybe it will never happen because of the aforementioned brain rot. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you had fun here tonight with just me and just you. It was a blast. Next week's going to be all about New York and LA. It's probably going to be a pre-taped game. I believe. And that is our last regular season game. Last chance to double your points. And ahead of our finale / 100th game on May 3rd. That's going to be the top. Everybody plays. The top 3 teams vie for the championship. Everybody else plays for the Golden McClunky. And it's going to be an absolute blast. So come back next week, April 26th at 9 o'clock for more movie quiz. It's been an absolute honor to have you here. Thank you so much. See you next week. Stay safe. Watch the movies. McClunky.